Happy Monday. Happy Easter Monday. You know what? It is so funny because I never knew that what was until I moved to Baltimore and they were talking about we celebrating Easter Monday. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Everything's coming on at the same time. But y'all, I'm so excited about today. And you know, everybody gets this new burst of energy, this new sense of belonging, this new sense of everything, because we are in that season where we feel like everything has come out the tomb and we are rising again. We're resurrecting our ideas. We're resurrecting everything that we are looking to. You know, God is getting ready to do a whole new thing in our lives, and we if you're like me, I just got a whole new spirit of expectation. Now, has that spirit of expectation been has not been there? Absolutely. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. I've really been, it's really been rough for me the past couple of weeks, just going through some things and just having that realization about where I'm going and what I'm doing and how I'm going to accomplish it. So yes, I have been going through some of those things as well. As you're coming in, y'all, let me know who you are, what you're doing. Drop your name down below. Tell me where you're from. For those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, I am Deborah Franklin. I am a coach, author, speaker, but most of all, I am a child of God. And I believe that we should be partnering with God with everything that we do. And for this motivational moment, a lot of times people have heard me say this over and over again, but I want to go into Proverbs 18 and 16. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. God has put a gift, a talent in every person in the world, and it will make room for you. It is a gift that will enable you to fulfill your vision. And you know, so many times, and that's Proverbs 18 and 16. So many times we negate what God has given to us. We negate the gifts that God has put in us. We negate all these things, but in all actuality, we have to start operating in our gifts, because you don't want to be like the servants who didn't use their talent. You don't want to be that person. You want to use everything that God has given you. And so many of us are sitting on them because I'm just going to be honest. You're tired. It's not even procrastination. You're tired. Y'all need to make some quick adjustments because everything's looking a little weird. um you're tired. You have been working a lot. You've been taking care of the family. You've been the caregiver. You've been the glue that's been holding everybody together. So God's giving you this gift to be a speaker, an author, a coach, a preacher, an evangelist, but you're so tired. You haven't you've been feeling like that you've given up, that you're lost, but you are just tired. It is time for you to take some time out for yourself. It is time for you to get some rest that you much needed, that you need. It is time for you to start showing up for yourself and letting that gift that you have make room for you. Some of you have the gift of baking. You could be baking for people. And it doesn't have to be just around the holidays. You will be amazed at how many people just want a good cookie or a good brownie, or or a meal cook. Because I know sometimes I wish I had somebody that could cook for me. I'm just being honest, because I've been so busy lately that it's hard to just come in and cook a real meal. Now I know how to cook a real meal, but if I just knew I had somebody that I could depend on every now and then. And some of you have the gift of cleaning. That's not my gift, honey. But that is your gift that God has given to you. And you need to start standing on it and using it in a time in now, especially with the way everything is beginning to go overboard. And people can't afford the most expensive things. So now it's time for you to start doing what you need to do, getting that side hustle, as people call it. But I want to really talk to those authors that are out there. Some of you, or let me back this thing all the way up. Some of you have been sitting on the gift to become an author. You know that God has given you a book to write. God is giving you this book to write, and you've been sitting on it. You've been talking about, well, I don't have time to do it. I don't know I know what I'm supposed to write about, but I don't know how to write it. I don't this and I don't that. And you making all these excuses. But I want you, we talked about this last week, and this is where I'm going to be for the next couple of weeks. Can you imagine how you would feel when you completed that book? Can you imagine? I need y'all to go get that song and start playing it by Tamala Mann. I can only imagine. And I want you to start thinking, what can you only imagine about where you would be, how you would feel when you walk on that stage, or when you're putting that autograph in that book, or like I tell my clients, when you see that book cover for the first time. Can you imagine seeing that book cover for the first time? Can you imagine opening that box with that first delivery of books? Can you imagine signing those autographs at your book signing? Can you imagine taking that picture with your book and saying, hey, y'all, I did it. Come on out and grab your copy. Can you imagine that? If you can imagine it, then guess what? It's time for you to activate it. It's time for you to activate what you're already seeing, because that's all God wants you to do. He just wants you to do Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. You have been created to do just that. You need to write the vision, make it plain, and start showing up like never before, because when you do that, you are activating the gift that is within you. You are activating that gift. You are showing up. You are now the voice your voice is what other people need to hear. Your voice is the voice is going to help them make it to the finish line. Your voice. Can you imagine somebody coming to you and say, I read your book and it helped me turn my life around. I read your book and I saw myself in a couple of the characters that you wrote about. I read your book and I was like, yes, honey, when you coming out with the next one? I know it's going to be a part 2. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I need you to start thinking about that. But I guess you're probably saying, well, Deborah, I can see it, but I don't see it. I can see it, but I'm not, I need some help on getting started. Deborah, and then you come up with, Deborah, how do I get started? How do I do that? I'm so glad you asked. I am ready for you tonight. I want you to go on over here and to that tiny URL, I got a story. With this download, y'all, it's a download. It'll come as a PDF. You can use it to jumpstart your writing process. And you can do it in 21 days. 21 days. It's laid out for you to do this in 21 days. If you need an accountability, somebody to be accountable for you, when you sign up and I get your information, I'll be reaching out to you saying, hey girl, hey guy, what you doing? Where you at? How you doing? And those kind of things, because I've realized even with me in my writing process right now, I needed some accountability because, okay, y'all, really hadn't told a lot of people. Some people have heard me talk about I've been working on a novel. Y'all, the novel done took over me. And so now I am in the process of actually completing the novel. And that's why I'm able to talk to you about jump starting what you're doing, because I had to jump start myself. I had to get out of what I was going through because, again, I was tired, I was busy, but I had to jumpstart myself and start to get motivated because I started imagining what was going to happen. And when people saw my characters, I was starting imagining. I even did an AI in rendering of what I wanted my character to look like. Because when I did that, doing that, it helped me to see my character. It helped me, okay, I can see my character. So that made me want to write even more. It was almost to the point I started to see my character. So then once I saw my character, I started to write even more about my character. So it was like, this is what was the cool part about doing what I was doing, because it let me see it. And so when I started to see it, I started to do it. When I started to see it, I started getting more motivated. When I started to see it, it was like, could nobody tell me nothing, because now I see what I want my main character, a rendering of my main character. And then I said, you know what? Then I had to do the supporting character, and I got to get that rendering done. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I Got a Story is about. Go to that, download it. So it's because you know that you are ready to write your book, but you need that guidance. You need something to be that proverbial hand holding as you go through. Y'all, I promise you, it'll be 21 days and you are going to see a difference in what you're doing. You're going to have that outline. You're going to be ready to write. It's going to give you that foundation that you need to stand on. But I want you to know it's not easy. I know it's not. I know you, or you're like, but I promise, when this book, the first question that I ask is, what is your raison d'etre? Have you thought about that? What is your raison d'etre? That is the very first question that we look at. And you might be saying, what's your raison d'etre? What's your purpose? What's your purpose of being? What is your purpose of writing this book? What is your purpose for wanting to be a speaker? What is your purpose for wanting to be on stages? What is your purpose for wanting to be international? What is your purpose for all the things that you do? Why do you want to do it? You have to know that why. Because when you know that why, it helps you to imagine. When you know that why, it helps you to be ready to go to that next level. When you know that why, you show up for yourself and others, but you show up for yourself because now you know your why. If you are looking to leave legacy, you know your why. If you are, hey, like me, my first book, I did it to see if I could do it. And that's where I'm at right now with this novel. Because I'm like, God, I know you gave me the vision. I know you're finna give me provision. And I know what you told me to do. And I know how you told me to do it. And this is what I'm doing. And that's what I want you to start to think about. If you got any questions or concerns, or you need some more information, DM me, y'all. Drop a book down there so somebody, so I can reach out to you and we can have a quick conversation on what you're looking for and what you need to do. Because I promise you, we have a solution for you at DFP. DFP is a full service, one-stop shop for all of your publishing needs. We have a publishing coach, we have ghostwriters, we have anything that you need dealing with your book in-house. And we want to be the company that serves you. We want to be your new best friend. We want to help you make it to that next level. We want to work with you and serve you so you'll be able to go out and serve the world. Again, go ahead, download the I Got a Story and get your copy today and let me know what you think about it. And again, if you got any other questions, if you're ready to write your book and you say, Deborah, I don't even need this, I'm just ready to go on to the next step, inbox me so we can get a time to talk and so we can see where we're going. And if you got any questions, feel free to drop them below. Drop your questions below. Let me know. And if you're logging in and you're catching a replay, let me know where you logged in from. Let me know what your interests are. Are you ready to write a book? Do you already have a book? What are your goals for telling your story? Because your story is important. Your story is necessary. Somebody is waiting to hear your story. Somebody is waiting to hear what you have gone through, how you accomplish your goals. Somebody is ready to hear how you put your kids through college and you didn't even go to college yourself. How did you keep them motivated? How did you raise a child with a disability? How did you raise a child that nobody else thought that would make it? How did you do these things? And this is why I'm saying somebody needs to hear your story, because when they hear your story, they're going to be able to go and help you reach that next level. And not necessarily reach the next level. They'll meet the next level, but then you're going to know that you had a very vital part in setting them up to go even higher in what they were doing. And so that's what we want to do, because God didn't put us here not to make a difference. God put us here on this earth to make a difference in what we are doing and make a difference in the lives of his people. We need to use our voices and use our gifts in order to do just that. You need to show up, show up, and show up, because you got a story and it's time for you to get it out. You have a story and it's time for you to get it out. You got a story and it's time for you to get it out. And I just want you to go ahead and visit that URL. If you got any questions, I got a few minutes. You can drop them below. Or if you're catching the replay, go ahead and drop them and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, because we want you to become a published author or publish that next book. Or even, hey, some of y'all might even be thinking about doing a collaboration project or an anthology project with some friends. Let us know, because we are here to serve you. But all right, guys, I love you to life. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You have a great one. Go ahead, get your I Got a Story tonight. Download it tonight. Get that tonight, y'all. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Peace.